Welcome back to GreenPalm. Today's video is something truly special. It's a real story told from the heart by the wife of Shaheed Ranjbar. It's about the early days of marriage, the quiet struggles, the little joys, and the love that held them together through war and loss. If you enjoy heartfelt stories like this, make sure to stick around and let's get into it. We were a very happy couple, and when other couples wanted to get married, we were told to advise them to have a happy life like us. During the early days as newlyweds, I was very shy, and when Muhammad Ali came home from work, I used to run and cover myself with a chador. I was born in a village. I was not very sociable and didn't talk much. However, Muhammad Ali was not shy like me. One day he said, "I knew that you were bothered, but I couldn't do anything for you. I was so upset because of your difficult situation that I cried because of the difficulties you endured for my sake." Early in our marriage, I was too shy to even talk to him. I only greeted him. He was very mindful of that and tried to make me more comfortable. Unlike me, he was a very funny person. Sometimes he was no longer able to bear it and would say to me, "You know you can say something too, right?" I would reply, "I have nothing to say." His family were busy talking and laughing in their gatherings. This was normal for them, while I was too shy to say a word. When we were together, he would speak most of the time to try to find opportunities for me to join in. He was successful in breaking me out of my shell. Whenever he had time, he would spend it at home with me rather than going out with his friends because he knew I was alone. Whenever we were invited to his brother's house, I was reluctant to go, but he would say humorously, "Come on, it's not going to take that long and we'll be back soon. Don't worry." On Thursdays and Fridays, we went to his mother's house. His siblings were all there as well. It had not been 2 to 3 years since his father passed away, but she still had 4 boys to care for. We would come weekly to help her out. These visits helped me become as sociable as them. Muhammad Ali talked to me about the martyrs. His job was to help and support the martyrs' families in their time of need. He would tell me about the mothers, sisters, and wives of the martyrs, how they were handling the loss. He would also occasionally read the martyrs' wills to me. We wouldn't talk about ourselves nor about the future. We were in times of war. Whenever he went to the war front, there was always a chance he wouldn't return. Sometimes days would go by where he had no access to a phone. Since we didn't have a phone at home, I had to go to his brother's house to use one. When I received a letter from him, I didn't know whether he was alive or dead. Whenever someone knocked on the door or spoke quietly, I would tell myself that it was somebody there to inform me of Muhammad Ali's martyrdom. Many times he talked about his work, except for the cases where he thought it was wrong to share with me. "I want to do something. What's your idea?" he would ask me. "I don't understand your work. Why are you asking me?" I do not want to be a selfish person and do all the work by myself without asking for your input. The key to his success was that he always consulted and chose the best possible option. He didn't see to his matters without seeking advice. He was also a friendly person at work. Sometimes we went to the park on his nephew's motorcycle, sometimes visited relatives, and before getting home, we went shopping. We didn't stay at home in the evenings and used to go out often. The first 7 months after our wedding, he was at the front lines, and when he came back, he talked about the martyrs, their heart conditions, and the families at their funerals. He was a very kind person. Because of his work, he went to Tehran twice a month and never returns without a gift. Since he liked different kinds of clothes for different occasions, he bought them for me and said I should dress well. He didn't like me wearing gold all the time, so I only had one necklace. He wanted me to wear it with my outfits for special events. He liked me being simple and adorned. He was fond of giving presents, so much so that he had recorded all the special occasions in his diary, from birthdays to wedding anniversaries to Mother's Day, etc. I was also mindful of such days and also used to get him a gift on past Stars Day. My first pregnancy was a journey marked by both joy and immense challenge. Carrying twins, Razieh and Razieh, names lovingly chosen by Muhammad Ali, who had a deep affection for children, filled me with anticipation. However, fate seemed to have other plans. A seemingly innocuous pothole on the road one day turned our lives upside down. The resulting accident led to a miscarriage, shattering the dreams we'd begun to build. The pain was palpable. Muhammad Ali, whose love for children shone so brightly, was left devastated, his tears a testament to the depth of our shared loss. Eight months later, when my sister gave birth to a baby boy, I was pregnant again. My sister was taken from Kerman to our village so that my mother could take care of them. My sister's husband was also at the front lines at the time. It had been 3 days since Muhammad Ali left for a mission and I was alone. Each night, one of his family members came to stay with me. I was too shy to visit his family. I was bored and wanted to run away from the city. After a while, my mother and sister told me, "If you are alone, you can come here." And I immediately accepted their invitation. When I was getting in the car in front of our house, I suddenly saw Muhammad Ali approaching. I had forgotten to inform him and get his permission. "I'm going to our village," I said. I had just become an aunt, and out of excitement to see my newborn nephew, I forgot that Muhammad Ali would have returned tired and I should have been there to help him. He said nothing while standing near the wall. I said goodbye, left him without any worry and got in the car. I had missed him a lot in those 3 days and had written him a letter with a poem at the end. "Your love, a treasure I hold so dear, will forever reside right here. In my heart, a flame it shall stay, until the dust claims me one day." I had put the letter on the television. When I arrived in our village, I realized that I had done something very wrong. How could I leave him alone? I told myself. I missed him and suddenly decided to return back to Kerman. "Muhammad Ali is alone," I told my mother. My mother insisted that I should at least eat lunch and then leave, but I didn't agree. I went out to the road, got in the car, and returned home. When I arrived home, I didn't knock the door, opened it, and went in to surprise him. I saw that he had slept in the hall still in his work clothes. His face was exactly the same, with the same expression when I had left him. He had a ripped letter in his hand, and some of its pieces had fallen near the dustbin. Poor Muhammad Ali, I pitied him. I put my hand on his forehead and woke him up. When he opened his eyes, he was shocked. He turned away. He was upset with me. "Sorry I left you suddenly. Why did you tear my letter?" "Because I thought that everything was a lie. If you did truly love me, you would never have left." Now you see that I have returned in a hurry and didn't even eat lunch. Later, when he was admitted in the hospital, he told me several times, "You proved to me the content of this poem in our life." My brother was martyred when I was 2 months pregnant with our son, Murtaza. 40 days after his martyrdom, Muhammad Ali said that he wanted to return to the front lines. Deep down, I was not content with his decision, but said nothing. I expected him to be with me considering my situation. He told me that he had seen a woman in Maraj Shuhada headquarters in Kerman, a woman whose husband had become a martyr and she had nobody except her children. Her children were shocked. The body didn't have a head and it was difficult to identify him, he said. He wanted to say that my brother had become a martyr and it was my duty to support his wife and child. I must go. If I stay here, who will take your brother's gun? He said. I never mentioned whether he should stay or go. His mother told him, "Your wife is pregnant. She is so sad because of her brother. Stay with her for a while and then go." But he didn't give in. 40 days had passed since my brother's martyrdom when Muhammad Ali left for 15 days. When he was at the front lines for 6 months, I went to the village and stayed with my mother. While he was at the front lines, he phoned me regularly. When I heard his voice, I could not tolerate being away from him and it made me teary-eyed. When Muhammad Ali heard about this, he tried to write letters instead of calling me, and I answered all his letters. When his friends wanted to go to the front lines, they informed me of their deployment. I would send him a letter, clothes, or something to eat. I never mentioned what I needed in the letters. I wanted Muhammad Ali to remember on his own, and he did. His letters were long and detailed. For example, "It is now evening. I am sitting in the trench, remembering you." He was very conscious of everything and everybody and was loyal to his family traditions. He asked about everybody in his letters. Thank you for staying with us and listening to this intimate piece of a shared life. If this story touched you and if you'd like to hear more voices and memories like this, please consider subscribing to GreenPalm. Your support helps us keep these stories alive. See you in the next one.